Hello. Had to turn my own voice off for a sec. Sorry about that. Hello, welcome in. Welcome to my first official anime discussion, being a big weeb nerd stream. I don't know if I've seen anything like this before, but it's something I've wanted to try for a long time, and I decided that now would be a good time to try new things. Who are you? I'm a cat. I'm Tabby the cat. How's everyone feeling today? Hello, Webby. That's my new name. So why are we... Let's talk about why. Why are we reacting to this anime in particular? What's special about it? Well, this anime called Bâan was self-funded by a YouTuber called Gigguk. And his thing is doing anime reviews and commentary. And I think it's really cool that he has weeped so hard that he created his own anime. Isn't this everyone's dream? It's dope, huh? And I think a lot of people have been saying that this anime is very important because if it succeeds, this means studios and companies would be a lot more interested in investing in small projects, smaller projects, and like with independent creators. More Tabby straight into my bloodstream. That's crazy. I am low-key really nervous about doing this because it is maybe less brain rot. Not brain rot enough to be like a popular kind of stream, but this is a work of passion. I hope you will support me in my endeavors. You got this, you got this. So I think that's all you need to know about the anime, really. And for as you can see below, we have our table of contents. We're doing the introduction right now. Then we will hop over to the watch along screen where we watch the anime. But I won't be doing any commentary because I really want you to focus on the anime itself and come to your own conclusions about how you feel about things. I think. Get your brain juices flowing or whatever. And then we'll have a little discussion. I have consolidated my my comments, if you will, and you can share yours too. And if we have any time after all of that, then we will continue making the spicy and fan art that I started yesterday. So let's move right onto the watch along screen. Maybe I should mute my mic. let's have a little test to make sure the volume is good for you guys. Let me turn off the BGM. We'll listen to the first line and then we'll restart.
一緒に行く?
Volume good? Okay, so we'll be watching it in Japanese because I don't want the anime snobs to be like writhing in pain. I cannot watch this in English. What is this? Change it. So we'll just go for the safe option and do Japanese. Volume good, everyone? Let me move chat a bit. Feel free to type, but I will not be speaking. But I may do something other than verbal commentary. Facial commentary. Sounds good. Okay. Let's dive into it. For realsies this time. 3, 2, 1.
一緒に行く?
「ユーサニアでは200年に一度の歴史と奇跡があなたを待っています」。
まったくあの子ったら。
まもなく第1フロアお降りの方は忘れ物にご注意ください。コスモライナーは帝国の発射を予定しております。本日の第1フロアのご利用は20時
またかよ。
15分。
俺の PC 覗くのやめてくんないかな。
最終は
大丈夫、座ってなさい。
一緒に
大丈夫、座ってなさい。
一緒に作りたかったんだよ、本当に。
お電話ありがとうございます。カスタマーサポートセンターのリンでございます。
お前らが売ったあれあるだろ。あれがな、使ってない間に壊れてんだよ。今すぐあれの代わり持ってこい。
お客様、あれって何？
あれに決まってんだ。
ごめんなさい。
うん、これで間違いなさそうだな。あ、俺が。
よし。あー、すっきりした。明日も頑張ろう。
まだ大丈夫そうね。
なあ大地、就活とかしてんの？
いやまだ。
お前んち開業医だもんな。このまま親んところで働
Sorry guys. I accidentally skipped a bunch. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry. Let's restart.
一緒に行く?
ユーサニアでは200年に一度の歴史と奇跡があなたを待っています。
まったくあの子ったら。
まもなく第1フロア、第1フロア。お降りの方は忘れ物にご注意ください。コスモライナーは帝国の発射を予定しております。本日の第1フロアのご利用は20時
またかよ。
15分。
俺の PC 覗くのやめてくんないかな。
最終は20。
行ってきます、お父さん。
何よこれ、危険レベル2じゃない。
第2フロア、第2フロア。お降りの方は忘れ物にご注意ください。本日もコスモライナーをご利用。
心配なのはわかるけど重い。
あなたはここまで。それじゃあね。
メッセージ読んだでしょ。
行ってきます。
とにかく一旦戻る。
ちゃんと自分の足で見つけたいんだ。
楽し
お願いします。
かしこまりました。
ここで新しい生活が始まる。
来た。ちょいちょい。どうか一つ。じゃん。どれどれ。13社目ダメですか。そうですか。メール。14社目。お断りはなしでお願い。背景採用採用採用採用採用
意外といける。料理とかしたことなかったけど。
大丈夫、座ってなさい。
一緒に作りたかったんだよ、本当に。
お電話ありがとうございます。 カスタマーサポートセンターのリンでござい
お
ます。
前らが売ったあれあるだろ。あれがな、使ってない間に壊れてんだよ。今すぐあれの代わり持ってこい。
お客様、あれって
あれに決まってんだ
ごめんなさい。
うん、これで間違いなさそうだな。
よし。すっきりした。明日も頑張ろう。
まだ大丈夫そうね。
なあ大地、就活とかしてんの？
いやまだ。
お前んち開業医だもんな。このまま親んところで働く感じ？
多分それはない。
私は帰らない。
大きいのと小さいのあるじゃん。あれってさ、どっち美味しいとかあるの？
これ祭りが始まった？
奴らが来るぞ。全員を張れ。おい。
リンラだ、卵を守るのよ。
はい。
合図はまだか。よし、あとは任せろ。漏らさず仕留めるぞ。グルシャ、なんでこいつらまで。リン、
逃げて、早く。
なんか様子が変だな。
あの日。
あの日。 あの日俺は自分がいるべき場所を見つけることができた。
あの日大地にいろんなものを背負わせてしまった。だから私は
りんちゃん行こ
あったかいなあ。雪降ってるのにお酒ってこんな感じか。
ねえねえりんちゃん、魔法使ってみせてよ。
ダメ魔法は禁止。
大丈夫、ここ会社じゃないし。
魔法使えるのリンのいいところなのに。
そうじゃあ飛んじゃうね。
みんなだち
さん
ゃん、おいしいカレー食べに来ない？今日は早めに締めよっか。
わかった。
もっち遊ぼう。
ルナ上に上がるよ。
やだ、もっちと遊ぶ。
ほら早く。
まだ眠くない。
じゃあゲームでもしよっか。
いいよ。
どうぞ。
ありがとう。家族がいると賑やかでいいね。
もう一人増えるし。
だね、おめでとう。
私さ、大に影響を受けてユーサニアを出てみたの。ちょっとだけのつもりがこっちが家になって大事な家族もできた。
いいなあ、そういうの。私ももっと頑張んなきゃ。
無理しなくてもいいのよ。私たちユーサニア人は気持ちの嘘はつけないから。ああ、そうそう、これ大から預かってる。メッセージを見て。
今これを見てるってことはアンさんからスマホを渡されてるよな。そっちに行って1週間後かもしれないし1年後かもしれない。ちゃんとご飯食べてる？お父さんはさ、カレー作ってた。一人なのに作りすぎちゃって。リンがいつもいっぱい食べるから。リンはきっとそっちでいっぱい頑張ってるよな。でもあんまり頑張りすぎないでいいから、好きな時にいつでも帰っておいで。それじゃ。
お願いします。
かしこまりました。
ただいま。
おかえり。今夜はユーサニア名物大カレーだ。
いただきます。
どう？
最高。
I hear the whisper, I hear the song, guiding my way as I wander. Voice on the wind, echoes and
It's my favorite part.
calling
It's
me
really offensive.
forward where I belong. Soft is the twilight, familiar and true.
Hi, Candid.
Memories like stars seem to flicker.
Hi, Evie Rabbit.
Seemingly leading
So,
me till I find
what do you guys think? We'll let the credits finish before we discuss.
I hear the whisper, I sing the song. Each one reminds me where I belong. Hope on the wind, promise it brings, echoing love in the silent air. Calling forward to guide me home. Life holds stories in moonlight and rain, each a reminder that love remains. Now I'm home.
Hello, Odious. So, BGM. Sorry about the mishap on skipping by accident. So, I thought we should revisit some of the moments. For the stuff you may have missed, I want to go back to check. And stuff that I missed that during my first watch. So for context, I have already seen this a few times as I was thinking about comments to make on it. So the wing color. Sorry. The wing color. Her wing color right here is pink. And then when she is sad, it turns into blue. So here when she's depressed in fictional Japan, I'm gonna call this Modern World Japan just because that's what it reads as to me. And also during the funeral, after the battle, it turns blue. She's blue. There are also 2 moons in what should we call this world? Let's call it Thailand, for lack of a better word. Fictional Thailand has 2 moons, and where he meets the local people. Daichi meets the local people. That's not Lin. This made me a bit confused on my first watch because they look quite similar. It may have been intentional, but we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. And obviously, in case you didn't catch it, the big twist is that this young dude who's traveling, and initially you think they're going to meet. But the big twist is that it's a different timeline and he is actually her Lin's adoptive father. The old man at the end, that is Daichi. That is the twist. Okay, let me read what you guys are saying. It was... Rabbit says I enjoyed it a lot. Black says my eyes got damp a little. I got here in the last 5 seconds, but the animation seems so good. It's honestly pretty impressive. This was funded by one guy, and it looks like real anime. That alone is worthy of everyone's attention. Oh, dudes. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but Penkin is good. Penkin is a god. Not just good. Agreed. Very good. Thankfully, it wasn't progressing too fast from what I first thought. Sorry. I messed up. I was actually trying to, use my toggles to react to it, but it actually made, skipped ahead when I pressed the buttons, the hotkeys. So, don't do that again. Okay, yes, they go purple in the office. Okay, the wings go purple in the office. That's why her aunt said they can't hide how they feel while pointing at her head wings. Right, that is indeed. There's too many moons. I was like, there was one shot of the moon when it was like shit's about to hit the fan. Wait for it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not how moons work. But that's how it works in this world. Did you guys enjoy the armpit lady? She was a hot topic online. Oh yes, let me skip to change the table, the content to discussion time. Let's discuss, guys. So far I'm really happy to see a bunch of positive comments from you guys, but do you guys have any constructive criticisms? How about while you guys conjure up your constructive criticisms, I will talk about the things I thought was good, aka Gigguk glazing time. My most favorite thing about this short film is the core message. because it feels authentic to Gigguk. He is from Thailand and he left to live in Japan and to make a name for himself. I feel like it comes from the heart, and you can tell. Through the details. And it's highly relatable for me personally too, because I have left my home. I'm currently not at my homeland. When I was young, I was in the UK studying, and now I'm in America. So most of my life I have been away from home, or at least half of it. And as someone who's experienced the same thing, I feel like this anime does an effective job at conveying the feeling, or like sparking conversation about the feeling of not belonging. And next thing I thought was good was the environment design. I don't know much about Thai culture, but especially, oh, how convenient. Especially this bell ritual I thought was very refreshing. I haven't really seen anything like this kind of bell design in anime, so I feel like maybe it was inspired by some sort of Thai tradition. And I really appreciate Ganot showcasing his culture in the anime world, because there are not that many Thailand-inspired animes, and it makes me really excited, because what if more companies get their hands on other people's indie scripts and stuff, indie projects, and then we can see a much larger variety of cultures in anime. I think that is super exciting to me. For example, what if... Oh, actually we recently got a Hong Kong themed anime, an anime based in Hong Kong. Even though it wasn't my favorite, it was really cool to look at. And I love the creature design of the dragon. Again, I love the Thai culture influence. I think branching out into different cultures is the key to making anime designs not feel so samey anymore, because I feel like because the market is so saturated, everything is starting to feel a little bit the same. And this was a refreshing design. And also, they showcased this design on their merch, and it looks so cool, so stylish. But we'll have a look at that later on. I like when... this is not a great screenshot of the dragon. Maybe this. You can see it better. And then next, oh, my voice. Let me cough. Okay, we're so back. I'm seeing a lot of big paragraphs. I'm very interested, very excited to read them, by the way. But let me finish my points. And another moment I liked was when they draw parallels between the two cultures. I thought that was a really nice detail. When Rin thinks of home when she's at the Natsumatsuri, I thought that was a really nice touch because even when you're away from home, there's always something that takes you back and makes you think of home. I feel like that's something you don't know unless you have been abroad on your own. I'm trying to find. Oh, it's right here. When we do the dramatic. Who am I? Where am I? I thought that was awesome. Like a fantasy retelling of the feeling of being reminded of home. Make it fancy. And the last thing I liked was the really heartwarming dynamic between Daichi and Rin. I am a sucker for any sort of found family dynamic, so I may be biased, but it always gets me. When one finds a place to belong that's away from home. That's low-key what I tried to do on here. I hope some of you feel like you belong. Speaking of which, let's read your comments. I wasn't gonna mention it, but yeah, the camera for that scene was chef kiss. I'm not sure which. It was a little fast. Yeah, so a thing to note is that this script was written for a 45-minute long anime, but it got cut to less than 18 minutes if you take into account the credits. So, tough job. Positive, the music was absolutely phenomenal. Negative, I feel like I'd want more time to get to learn how this world works. Agreed. It's a shame it's only one episode, but it makes sense since the self-funding. Yeah. He's trying to recoup the costs and maybe do more, but we'll see about that. I want to know more about the culture stuff. Yeah. Gnot came so far, he did. I'm so proud. Even though I'm not like a diehard fan, but I've seen some of their podcasts, and it's so cool to see someone you know do something so big. I mean, he is a very famous YouTuber, but he's like crossing the boundary, crossing into a new world of anime production. Josh says, yeah, it's actually really cool seeing more animation from other cultures. Yeah, imagine Vietnamese anime. I would love to see that. I like the message. One thing I would appreciate is to learn more about the culture. Yeah, everyone's like, please give me more Thai. More Thai stuff. By the way, that's why you should go and smash that like at the very least. Go to the anime and smash that like. It's already got 1 million views, so great achievement. Now let's get to my critique. Disclaimer, I am a nobody on the internet. I am a hobo on the internet and in real life. But I have watched a lot of anime. That's my credentials. And also, I am the slowest person in the room, so if you can make me understand the story, then everyone else will understand. And also, being the slowest person in the room, I know how to make something easy to understand, if you will. So the number one thing I would change is the wings, the way the wings are. I actually really like the design of the wings. I think it would have been really nice if the change in mood was easier to read. So currently it changes from purple to blue, but the shade of blue is also very saturated, so to me it doesn't read as a sad color. And also the body language of the wings, they don't really change significantly enough for it to communicate sadness very clearly. I know that they point up when she's happy, but then they're kind of like this when she's sad. I would push the shape even more. I was trying to download a plugin so I can draw over the screen, but I couldn't get it to work. So I would play with the shape and also the saturation. Another thing that makes the wings confusing is that everyone has different colored wings and they are all brightly colored. Like some, I'm pretty sure one of the characters, they have blue wings by default. I think that makes things a bit confusing. If everyone had pink wings when they're happy and blue wings when they're sad, I think that would be easier to understand. And I get that it's cool to, like, everyone's different, everyone's born different, everyone's born with different colored wings. That's a cool thing too, but then in such a short anime, I think the priority is to make it easy to understand. That's why I suggest making everyone have the same colored wings and then all of them turn blue when they're sad. Or lower saturation and really exaggerate the body language of the wings when they're sad. What do you guys think? Let me drink. I've been wondering if the wings can be seen by the normal people, and I wonder if you can touch it. Yeah! That is a really great point, actually. I had another idea of showing Rin feeling oppressed in the fantasy Japan world. Is to have her wings be tied up for public transport. I think visually that would look so cool, but at the same time, symbolize the feeling of oppression. That's another idea I had, but I understand budget. The belts could be really hard to animate, because it's like literally you can't spread your wings. That would be so poetic. And I feel like if they had a scene of her riding some sort of public transport and it's super crowded, and then her wings hit hit the people around her and they get really pissed off. And next time you see her wearing like a harness for her wings, it would be so good, so cool. But sad. Okay, Adaru says I think they did say something about it. That's the thing. In Tabby's book. I think you wanna show, not tell. If there is something, if there's a piece of information you can get across by showing, then you should show and not have a character speak it. Makes it more powerful and more natural. And it's nice when you let the audience realize themselves instead of telling them. And point number 2 is her aunt. Her aunt as a character kind of confuses me. Because I feel like her motivation for going to Japan is a bit unclear. And also her design is too similar to Rin, so it creates more unnecessary confusion. Especially for such a short anime, I don't think it was necessary. If it was intentional to make the audience guess like who is who, I feel like that was not necessary to do in this short of a film. I would so for her motivation in going to Japan, maybe I would have in this scene the aunt tries Daichi's food, right? And she's impressed by it. And that's how they became friends, and then they adopted him into their tribe. But what if Daichi shows her Japanese food instead? Because I feel like you can still create a bond through trying food from a different culture. So it would create the bond and also plant the seed of her intrigue towards his world, because they have such interesting foods over there. And that could be the seed to her motivation to go to his world. It's like a 2 bird 1 stone kind of situation. As for design, I think I would just give her long hair so it's less similar to Rin's hair. Long straight hair or something. Super easy. All of these changes are things that I feel like wouldn't take a lot of extra budget to change. Because you know, in a perfect world, you would have so much detail, but there's only so much you can do when it's one guy funding it, right? So all of these changes are things I feel like could be done without adding a whole ton of workload. So the aunt could have been used as a big reveal for the twist. I feel like if the design was more differentiated from Rin, because then when she meets Rin in this world, it could be an aha moment, because you see the younger aunt in this world and she's pregnant. She could have been the key to the reveal of the big twist. I feel like it could have been so much more powerful. Because when you want to do twists in anime, it's not just about the reveal, it's about all the hints you drop along the way. It's like little breadcrumbs. Because it leaves a bigger impression, and like, because you're like shocking the audience, and the audience is like, oh my god, the clues were right in front of my eyes all along. Rather than hiding things and then not dropping any hints and just revealing it and be like, ha, guess what? Gotcha! I think that's not fair for the audience. I think that's like gaslighting. But yeah. I really appreciate that he tried to do it in such a short amount of time. I feel like, it was so close. It was so close. I hope I'm not the only one who didn't feel the impact of the big reveal. Hi, Folly! We're nerding out. Gnat said the aunt got inspired to go to Japan after Daichi found his home, then fell in love and settled. He serves as a connecting point between the past Daichi and the present Lin. Yes, she's so important. She is the key. She could have been the key. I understand her significance. I think just like a little switching up some small details would have amplified her impact by like 2000%. I feel like it was not necessary for her to show up earlier on. And when she was watching over Lin, I feel like that was strange and not so natural. I think just the fact that she shows up right when I get that in this scene they're trying to show that, her aunt is watching over her. But you don't need to have her physically watching her to show that she's been watching her all along. You can just have her show up at the exact moment Rin needs her. That is already enough to show that she's been watching over her this entire time. Yes. I don't think they look too similar. But at a glance, I think they look similar personally, obviously. Because of the round. They have very similar hairstyles, but hers is more rounded. I just think it could have been more different. I think they are different, but they could have exaggerated a little bit more. Like, imagine long straight hair versus the blobby hair. I think it would have been easier to tell. And you can still have a similar hair color so that you can tell they are related. Next is the hand gesture that she does when she eats something tasty. I feel like that was a really cute detail. Where is it? At the very end, she does it. This gesture? I think this could have been utilized to show the cultural difference between her world and the Japan world. Because I feel like it lacks impact right now. Like at the end when she does it, I feel like it should be an emotional cue, but it's not hitting the spot for me right now. And I feel like maybe she could have just haphazardly done it in the other world, and then her friends are like, "Ooh, what are you doing?" And that could be a chance to show that the other culture doesn't pick up on the gestures from her own culture. Where when she hangs out with her friends. I don't know where it is, but she hangs out with her friends at some point. And they're like, oh, right here. If instead of this, they had her eating something delicious and then she accidentally does her little Thai hand gesture thing, and then her friends be like, oh my god, what's that? But not really in a negative way. And then they can be like, we like your quirks. I feel like that would have been a good preface for her final gesture at the end. Be like, I can do it here and people get it. So what's something... It's like in Hong Kong, when we go yamcha, and when someone pours us tea, we will take 2 fingers and then tap the surface of the table as a way of saying thank you. And other people from other cultures are not gonna understand what that means, but when you do it with your people, they get it. Hello, Luca. We are analyzing Bâan, and I'm just giving some of my comments of things I might do slightly differently. Obviously, I'm not a professional or anything, but just my thoughts, because I really like the core message. And bottom line, I think it's a really good anime. And yes, and next are some smaller things like because everything was so fast. At the funeral scene, I couldn't read it properly. Oh yeah, Luca, if you have thoughts about the anime too, please let us know. Devoured. Maybe I can still have the audio on, but super low. That might be slightly... Oh my god, my ear. Okay, so the funeral. So I would put the dragon right next to Lin, cause she's the one that our eyes goes to the first, cause she's moving and crying. I think if you move the dragon next to her, then you can read much faster that, oh, the dragon survived. Super small thing. And then it can also be emotionally also make sense because the dragon's like trying to comfort her by being close to her. I think that would have been powerful. Lin's family is this is a very tiny thing. I feel like most people would be able to read this, but the relationship between these warriors and her slightly unclear. Not really though. Most people would get it. But maybe she could say, I feel like I couldn't read it because as she's running away, as she's watching her family get devoured by these suckers. As she looks back, I feel like her face could be more horrified. And then maybe she says, like, Dad or Mom. Obviously, you want to show, not tell, but in this case, maybe such a short line would have made things much more clear. Or just play with the expression more, push it some more. Like, be like, A small thing I noticed was how her family just stands there and they're like, guess I'll die. Guess I'll die. Poor things. Maybe they're like being decoy for her so she can run away. That's really sad. But you know, that's budget. That's definitely budget. And another thing I had a problem with was her exploding everyone's headsets in the office. That small world building, it takes me away. I like that her friend is working right next to her. That's a really nice detail. What dickhead. When she does this, I feel like she would get deported for this. It makes me question why winged people are allowed to live there, because they pose a big threat to these regular people. So instead, I might have her explode her own headphones and then have a pile of broken headphones on her desk. I think that's more subtle. Yes, yes. Also, another thing that's super easy to change. But who am I? And one last thing is to build Daichi's character is when she goes home and visits him and he's like working on a giant wok of fried rice. Hey ha! Oh, so delicious. That was slightly confusing to me because it felt like he could use magic now. I'm not sure what exactly he was doing, like commanding the wing people to help him lift the lid. Because you can see the winged woman on the right wave her hand. So I think she's the one that opened it. I think maybe it would have made him more likable if he tried to open the lid on his own, but then the winged woman helps him. I think that would fit his character better, because he's like a do-it-yourself, yurukan, camping, cook your own meal, move your own shit kind of guy. I think it would fit his character better. And then it also shows that he's part of the community, like the wing woman helping him. That also shows he's one of us. We work together. But here it reads more as I'm your boss and you listen to me. Makes him slightly less likable. That could have been a nice detail. And some smaller comments. Let me take a break and read you guys'. Look at the huge spoon on the left. I know, the paddle. She can hold that up. That's really impressive. That's a spoon, look like a paddle. Yeah, I think it's a rice paddle. It's funnier if it's a spoon. Yeah, the flood of leeches. The tsukunami. The part where the dragon dies, so why couldn't the others leave too? Yeah, I think it's just budget for the battle scene. But then again, I don't know where I was going. Some small details I feel like would have been cool is that what if her room was more makeshifty? Because, you know, no alarm. Okay, so her room, what if it was, what if she had an unused bed? But then she made her own hammock with her sheets. I think it would communicate that she tried to fit in this life. She tried the Japanese life, but she just couldn't make it work, and she had to do some tinkering to make the lifestyle fit her more. I think that would have been cute. And I feel like you could probably find a bed asset, or like they could just draw a bed pretty easily and then tweak a hammock to look like she tied some bed sheets up. Because, you know, you move to a new place, you're probably trying to save, so you're just like, let me see what I can use at home to make this work, rather than buying a hammock. Visual storytelling. Yes. And when she gets the line messages with the photos, that could have been another good time to drop hints about Daichi. But then Daichi doesn't really have any distinct features that they can use for this scene. So what if it was like a cropped picture of Daichi here to suggest that he's there, but you don't know if it's old Daichi or you think it's young Daichi, but at the end it reveals that it is old Daichi. That could have been a really good, what is it? Aversion tactic? To use. So imagine if he had a mole or something on the chin like me. And then there was a picture of a cropped picture of a man also with a mole on his chin. And you're like, oh, that's him. And you think it's young Daichi. That could have been cool. I think some of the more unclear parts could have been planned a little bit better. Yeah, I'm trying to break down how we can make it less confusing. Some parts are slightly awkward. Yeah. I agree. That's why I'm like, it's so close to being great. But it's already great. And last point, which might be slightly controversial. Let me know what you guys think. But I think at the end, Daichi should go home. Not permanently, just to visit his parents. So, you know, before she goes back to Thai world. Oh my god, Miso, thank you. Wait, you're a member? Thank you for 1 month. You are so kind. Subscribe to Miso. It didn't let me attach a message. Hi! We are nerding out about anime right now. I don't know if that's what you're into. I don't know if you watched this, but this anime was funded by a VTuber. Fuck. A YouTuber. A YouTuber. So, I'm talking about the ending right now. I it might be controversial, but I think the old guy, Daichi, should go home to visit his parents. Where's the... I think should be this part. You can see that Rin goes back. Hold on. Where is it? I haven't seen it. Is it good? It's good. It's good considering the context of it. Funded by one guy. Written by one guy. And it's his first anime project. Yeah. So this could be really significant for the anime industry because it will make studios and companies consider funding small indie things, small indie ideas, and that means we can see a bigger variety in cultures. Because this was based on Gigguk's culture, which is he's Thai, so. Oh, there. Okay. We get some snippets of her visiting people before she leaves to go home again. Here. Rin goes back to see Daichi's parents and then hands them a phone, probably with Daichi's message. I think this is fine. And it shows that some people just shouldn't go home. Some family members are just better apart, right? I think that's totally valid, but I think maybe if you show the old man going home, the old Daichi going home, like after all of this, I feel like it would have been a more wholesome message, like wrapped up in a pretty package. But I feel like this is just a personal preference, and the message would be easier to understand because this kind of feels a little bit awkward and cold, right? The son that's left home for like many years, he doesn't come home, but his adoptive daughter comes home and then she gives you a phone memo, a video memo from your long lost son. It's a little bit awkward. And if the message was to say that some people are just better apart, some people just are happier away from home, I think that's totally valid too, but it would just be more heartwarming to see him go home again. And I feel like more people can relate to that because I feel like most people deep inside they still want to go home. Seems kind of cold, yeah. The animation, VA, and overall vibes were very good, but the story just did not work in short form. Yes, and we're talking about why. and how to possibly make it work. So if you missed it, I hope you can go back and listen to what I have to say as an internet hobo. So they did do a dub. They last minute decided to do a dub for this short anime. Prepare your ears. I'll just show it briefly. I don't think we should spend time watching the whole thing again. But I highly recommend you guys go watch it in English on your own. Fuck. Oh, sorry, the volume's probably super low. How many times can we listen to this line?
You wanna come along?
I'll show you my favorite parts, maybe. Or like the most challenging parts.
Oh, please, come on, please! Okay, let's see here. 13 rejections in a row, this sucks! Email! Lucky number 14. I'm begging, not another rejection! Here goes. Dear applicant, okay? We'd like to inform you you've been accepted. Accepted! Yes! I got accepted!
What do you guys think of Sydney's performance? Sydney is Gaunt's wife, and they decided to do dubs 2 weeks before the release, and he asked Connor to direct this, and they whipped it up super quickly. I have to say, I really like Sydney's performance. I feel like she nailed the emotions. But I feel like I still have yet to see mainstream English dub feel moe, if you know what I mean. And I just wonder why. You guys have any thoughts on why it doesn't sound like so cute? I need to protect her cute. It's like cute but not moe. It was God. Sydney killed it as Lane. I thought the emotions were really good. Maybe it would be good to study some VTubers who have not necessarily high-pitched voices, but they just have cute mannerism. Maybe it's like some sort of drawl that makes anime sound cute. Anime girls, Japanese anime voice acting sound so cute. I don't have any other adjectives. I was hoping some of you guys could tell me Why? Why cute? But my favorite part of Daichi's performance was I think it could be maybe a more childlike manner of speaking, not just high-pitched. Oh, this is my favorite part of Daichi.
Talk to your manager now!
Sorry. Sorry, it's a bit jump scare.
I'm so sorry.
Huh.
This
All
part.
right. That looks like it. Oh. Oh.
that was top notch, was top tier. Ugh. It's really hard to imitate moe because it's not a part of culture and English conversation flow doesn't allow it as much in my opinion. However, if you watch English VTubers, some of them do have the moe quality. And I'm like, how can this be? I don't know who sounds cute. Like, I don't know. Like Gura. Gura's English, but she is moe. Not just plain cute, she's moe. And her voice isn't the most high-pitched. Maybe it's the otakuness talking. What? It's definitely a culture thing, very much mainstream North American, even North American cartoons. The pitches of the voice and how exaggerated their vocals are very different. I think maybe it's the overemphasis on pitch that is throwing them off, maybe. Maybe instead of pitch, they have to focus on something else. And what that something else is, I personally do not know. Maybe slight lisp, clumsiness in speaking. Sorry that I blow your ears up. I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure Turkish people don't have an idea of high-pitched equals cute anyway, so I don't know. Thanks for sharing piece of your culture. That's really interesting. How come? Because that's kind of a human nature thing. High-pitched equals juvenile. Like kittens are higher pitched than fully grown cats. English dub always sounds so unnatural, like scratching a chalkboard. Right, I just really want to figure out why so we can get closer to having English dub that everyone likes. I honestly think Sydney's performance was really good. But there are still people, like in the premiere, they had the premiere in English dubs, I think. At least by default. And then everyone was screaming in chat like, how do I change it to Japanese? And I just want to change that. I just wish we could change that. Gula's voice is just naturally cute. She doesn't need to force it. But a skilled voice actress should be able to replicate the same feeling. Maybe not the same voice, but the same feeling. That's what voice acting is, right? To make you feel a certain way with your voice. And not many, somehow, I don't know. There must be English voice actresses with naturally cute voices too, but how come we haven't seen any or much of more in English dubs? It was very hard to come by. I disagree because VTubers are like streamers talking to you, not anime characters in the TV show. Maybe because the way she sounds is more bubbly. Yeah, maybe it's... To me, I think it's the properness of English dubs. Like, they speak very properly. They enunciate very well, but maybe too well if you want to get across the childlike quality. VTubers are like streamers talking to you, not anime characters in the TV show. But then anime characters in the TV show, they are talking too. So what makes it different? We already got cats and kittens walking all around. We don't need people to imitate them. That's true. It's a combination of difference in linguistics in attempting to mimic the original, despite it not translating in it. Maybe we have to make our own path in English dubs. We can't just try and copy Japanese voice actresses. Maybe we need to look at English-speaking people who just sound cute and study them, like Nimi and Gura and Minto. Minto is cute too. And she definitely has a little bit of a lispy drawl to her voice. I think I might be onto something. Just saying. Ever seen Bluey? Yeah, well, wasn't Bluey voice acted by an actual child? That's a little bit different. Listen to how the characters talk in that show. Yeah, maybe they should study that. Hiya, Tabby. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't even speak to begin with, let alone voice act. To be fair, Gnot was trying to pick people he could work directly with on English dub. Yeah, it was super last minute. Avoiding holdbacks and paperwork, it might have been different if he contacted the studio. You know, I watched some behind the scenes. I think Connor posted a video on the behind the scenes of him directing the dub, and there was a girl working on the script live, and she had a super cute voice, just naturally. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I feel like Sydney would have been really good for the armpit, the armpit woman, like a slightly more mummy voice. Armpit lady. Let's get the sweaty part.
That sound. Is there a festival happening?
Sydney should have been her. Hold on, let me try and pull up Connor's behind the scenes first. Shit, I don't know if we can even make fan art today. But I'm having a lot of fun. Connor? Sea Dog VA. Doing a VA. And Sea Dog VA. I tried voice directing anime. Okay. But honestly, I think it's so sweet that he chose Sydney for the main character. Sorry, for the main character. It's just so cute. I wouldn't change it. wouldn't have anyone else. Oh, I think it's her. Listen, guys.
Euthania?
Yeah, I remember I heard it because the guy did a really funny delivery. Euthania.
Yeah.
In Japanese.
One
so.
with pink,
It's cool.
pinkish,
Yeah, and I thought, oh, Connor's voice would be perfect for that.
Yeah,
in terms
yeah,
of like a kind of like a fucking David Attenborough.
That's
or
that's how it
something.
goes.
A male attendant, understood, ma'am. She a ma'am or a miss?
Sorry?
She a ma'am or a miss? Because she looks soups young, and if somebody called me ma'am at 20, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah, probably miss.
let's go with miss.
Let's go with miss with this one.
Can I see what he looks like?
What do you guys think? Adapt instead of copy. Then you get folks all angry for not respecting the original. Well, they're not invited. They're probably the ones who are not listening to the dub anyway. Isn't not speaking gives more of a moe factor? Not speaking? Huh? Shut your mouth and be cute. Sit there and be cute. Detective voice actor? I sound like a detective. I like that. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. I definitely prefer when English dubs don't try to copy the Japanese voice too much, but rather talk in a way that sounds natural. Yeah. She sounds cute. Yeah, I don't think it fits in, but she has that X factor. The M factor, the moe factor. That's Diana Garnett. She's a VTuber, of course she is, see? All of the gems, haha, funny because Garnet. All of the gems reside in the VTuber realm. I think that's where they should go to headhunt for voice actresses. Sydney did a fantastic job. Especially in the emotions. Case closed. Any closing thoughts, guys? We need to wake you up with some brain rot, skibbity, riz, scat. That's all from me. We can maybe do a doodle. I did prepare the screen, the fan art screen. And then we can keep talking. Let's go art screen. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Wait, I need to look up. What's her name? Diana Garnett. Her name is Lumin Tsukiboshi. Wow, you know so much, Evie. I wanna be like you. Oh, she's... Wait. Wow, she sings so well. Oh, thank you. Oh, shoot. I can't see your name. It's obstructed. Thank you. Thank you, person. You're very cool. Stop what, cat? Tabby for president. Yeah. That's your closing thought. I gotta do the 2 doodles? What doodles? What, ending doodles? Wait, what are we talking about? She's been streaming for a year. Been watching her since around her debut. She's a professional voice actor and sings a lot as a VTuber. I have to check her out. She was born to be a VTuber. Just saying. I really want to look at some of her voice acting work too. Are you guys interested? Can we find it? We're already... Well, it's doodle time. Ooh. We have to pull up the drawing I was working on yesterday. Let me see. Spicy role models. Hey, welcome back to Brain Rot. I need to desperately drink water. I'm so happy I did this. You know, maybe in the future I will do video content. Videos instead of stream. Spicy it now. It's spicy because they were talking about people making spicy art of their anime daughter. And Sydney was like, no, I will hunt them down. So it was Sydney who did it. If I don't come back next week, I will try to actually post this. I also want to do some wholesome drawings of her. Videos, yeah, videos. I would like to try. Long form videos. Longer. Any requests? For like Bâan themed doodles. I should probably look up some refs. Dean. Ref. Dean. Ada. Tabby is one of the wing people. That's super cute. How wear hat? How wear hat with wing on head? Okay, we'll do me as a wing people. They also have, I like that they have different shapes, slightly different shape wings. The different colors were confusing, but all of the wing people have slightly different shaped wings. It's really nice. That takes extra effort, man. Should I have happy wings or sad wings? I also have cider hoggins like her. What's Tabby's wing color? Probably green. Like my eyes. What shape? I think I would be droopy, honestly. Or should I be... Ooh, that like is more readable, but I feel like I would be a droopy wing person. We can do two versions. Depressed Tabby and happy Tabby. Me when eating and also me when not eating. Something like this. Oh, another detail is that Lin has many different outfits. She's not like an anime character who wears the same outfit every day. That's super cool. Can my wings be brown? It's hard to make a glowy brown, you know? Because their wings glow, and brown is not really a color that glows. Like, try to imagine a brown that glows. It would just be orange. So maybe you would be an orange. Feel free to share any random thoughts you have on the anime. Like, discussion is not over. You can still talk about it if something came up in your head. That's why there's no brown lights. Yeah, it's not really a thing, unfortunately. Brown light, not really a thing. Maybe because brown has black in it, but then light doesn't have black in it. You can have a dim brown light, I feel like. Like a sepia light, probably a thing. So I saw someone do swimsuit already. Maybe we can do... I want to do a cuter expression. Also, today's Kokone's birthday. I want to make her a doodle too. Probably off stream though. Oh, I'm feeling so botched, like my eyes are out focusing. Yeah, I feel like it would be a good idea for me to do this kind of thing in video form and maybe catch some interest, and then maybe we can do more live streams. Because right now my audience base is not really into whatever this is. So yeah. Oh, what else can I analyze though? And I think for a lot of anime you can't show it uninterrupted on screen, right? So you wanna do the review and then thoughts kind of stream as a video? Want to do the review? I wouldn't stream, I would just make it a video, but just record it on OBS and then edit it a little bit. Yeah, instead of stream, just video. Like if you look up Bâan, you'll see that there are lots of people reacting to it, which is really cool. But I like it when there's like it's a bonus when there's discussion. Almost like video essays, I guess. But not as serious, because I'm not very good at writing essays. I think if she's embarrassed, her wings be down-ish. Oh, I think I have to go soon. Oh, I've expanded. I'm sweating. I think I should call it a day. I worked hard today. One silly doodle, maybe. Ending doodle. Any requests? Lean, what could be a funny thing Lean could do? Let's do a cute doodle instead. Of her eating. Because I want to eat. We're eating curry. Thai curry. Is that what he called it? Ooh, his ear should be up. So happy. The most happy she could ever be. Erect wings. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And don't forget, next week I'm gonna do a bunch of streams with a heart monitor. So you can read my emotion. Isn't that great? And probably spicy stream. I need to choose one still. Spicy game stream. Tabby has been blessed today. Can I say sus things in the sus streams? Depends. I don't know. I don't want to say yes. How sus? How sus are we talking? Do we have an example? Ooh, I wish I could draw like Tabby flying as a winged person. Let me doodle that. I wish I could fly. Imagine if you're in a bad mood, you can just go fly. like going for a run. But better. Tabby has 2 new music pieces, really? Ayo. More music. Shall we have a little listen before I head out? Unless you meant something else. Sometimes my Discord refuses to open. Getting ready. Ooh. It's very moody. How do you make these? For context, Troller makes BGMs. Let's see if we can have a listen. I hope it's not gonna be super loud for you guys. Prepare. Oh my god. I couldn't adjust it wouldn't let me. Oops. Sorry if that was really loud. Ooh. Wait. Hopefully this is better now. Let me... Hello? Oh my god! Oh sorry, the other BGM's still on. Getting ready one needs more tweaking. This is getting ready. Hey! It's got like a moodiness and then it's got an upbeat vibe to it. It's like a moody upbeat. Thank you so much. I'll see. Like, what would be the thing is with BGM, I need it to be the right vibe. And it's a very, very delicate thing. But this is so cool. Thank you so much. Anyways, let's look for raid. Moody and upbeat. Sounds like Tabby, true. Real. I hope fans of Gigguk and Bâan will find their way to the VODs. I hope. Ooh, Junko-san. But it's Kokone's birthday. We should go to Kokone. Yay! Okay, thank you guys. We'll see you next week for hot monitor content. Tabby out!